In the next few minutes, I'm going to share 3 critical insights about your body that could genuinely change and perhaps even save your life. I urge you to stay with me because every second of what we're about to discuss is of the utmost importance. First, I will reveal the #1 silent warning sign that your arteries are hardening and your blood flow is beginning to fail. Second, I will expose the dangerous hidden disease that's causing it, a condition that leading researchers are now referring to as the canary in the coal mine for men's health. And third, I will give you a complete science-backed blueprint you can use to start deep cleaning your arteries and reversing the damage, beginning as soon as tonight. Let's begin. Now, before I tell you what that #1 warning sign is, it's vital that you understand why it is so deadly serious. And I want to be very clear about this. This is not about sex. This is about survival. Look, your doctor is a good person, but they are often rushed. They might only have 10 minutes for your appointment, and they simply don't have the time to connect all the dots on this particular issue. But what I'm about to share is perhaps the single most important health secret a man over 50 can possibly know. I want you to imagine 2 water pipes. One is a tiny pipe in your bathroom, maybe just 1 to 2 millimeters wide. The other is the main water line coming into your house, which is wider, about 3 to 4 millimeters. Now, imagine a disease is causing rust to slowly form inside both of your pipes. Which pipe do you think is going to get clogged first? The tiny one, of course. Your body works in the exact same way. The arteries in your penis are those tiny pipes, and the arteries feeding your heart and your brain, those are the main water lines. The very same disease, the same plaque, the same internal rust, the same stiffness will always choke off the small pipes first. It will show up as a problem with your erections 3, 4, or even 5 years before it triggers a catastrophic heart attack or stroke. It is your body's final warning. Think of it as a biological fire alarm, giving you a grace period, a gift of time that, tragically, most men squander because they don't understand the signal. So please, hear me on this. When this signal appears, it's not your penis that's feeling. It's your entire cardiovascular system screaming that a crisis is on the horizon. So, what is that fire alarm? What is the canary's final song? The #1 warning sign is the gradual disappearance of your morning erections. And the reason this happens is because of that hidden disease I mentioned, a silent killer known as endothelial dysfunction. It sounds complex, but let me make it painfully simple for you. Imagine your thousands of miles of arteries. They aren't just dumb pipes. They have a living, breathing, intelligent inner lining. This delicate lining is called the endothelium. When you're healthy, this lining is like a perfectly smooth, non-stick Teflon surface. It releases a puff of a magical gas called nitric oxide, which tells the artery to relax and expand, allowing blood to rush through. It's a beautiful, responsive system, but year after year, this delicate lining gets damaged. It becomes inflamed, cracked, and sticky, almost like Velcro. And when that happens, it can no longer produce that essential puff of gas. This condition is endothelial dysfunction. The plumbing is broken. And what causes this damage? Well, there are 3 main villains, all of which are far too common in our modern world. Villain #1, glycation. This is just a scientific term for what happens when you have too much sugar in your blood. The sugar molecules literally stick to the proteins in your artery walls. It's like pouring maple syrup into an engine. It essentially caramelizes your arteries, making them stiff and brittle. Villain #2, oxidation. This comes from eating processed foods and industrial seed oils like canola or soybean oil. These are unstable fats that go rancid inside your body. It's the human equivalent of rust. They are literally rusting your pipes from the inside out. And villain #3, chronic stress. When you're constantly stressed, your body pumps out a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol's job is to tell your arteries to constrict, to tighten up. So constant stress is like keeping a fire hose kinked 24/7, never letting it fully relax and heal. This underlying disease also shows up in other ways, needing more stimulation, experiencing less sensitivity, noticing a lower erection angle. These are all different symptoms of that same stiff, rusted, and caramelized plumbing. But here is the incredible news. This is not a one-way street. you can literally resurface that lining. You can clean out the rust, and you do not need a prescription from a major pharmaceutical company to do it. Consider this your wake-up call. And here is your action plan. A 3-part blueprint to start deep cleaning your arteries and repairing that lining. First, you must flood your body with nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the miracle molecule of blood flow. It is the gas that tells that stiff, brittle hose to become flexible again. Now, Big Pharma made billions creating drugs that preserve this molecule, but you can teach your body to make more of it for free. The most potent way is with nitrate-rich foods. Beetroot, arugula, and spinach are at the very top of the list. Your body takes the nitrates from these plants and converts them into a flood of healing nitric oxide. We also have pomegranate, which studies show acts like a natural roto-rooter, helping to clean plaque from the arterial walls. Second, you must recruit the repair crew. Fixing decades of damage requires the right tools. There are 3 key players you need to know about. First is L-citrulline. I want you to think of your body as a nitric oxide factory. L-citrulline is the raw material for that factory. By supplementing with it, you are giving your body the fuel it needs to run that factory at full capacity, producing more of that healing gas. Now, second, and this is critically important, is vitamin K2. Most people are deficient in this. Now, this is a topic so vital, it really deserves its own video. But for now, just remember to take K2 in combination with vitamin D and calcium. And third, you must train your arteries. Yes, you can literally take your arteries to the gym. The magic is in what doctors call Zone 2 cardio. This isn't about running until you're breathless. It's about a brisk walk for 30 to 45 minutes where you can still hold a conversation, but you'd rather not. You'll notice that I can still talk pretty easy at this level, so I'm going to increase my pace a little bit. Why is this so powerful? This specific level of exercise stimulates your endothelium, that inner lining, to build more nitric oxide factories. So you're not just getting a temporary boost, you are permanently upgrading your body's ability to create blood flow on demand. You now have the knowledge to fix the plumbing, but fixing the plumbing is only half of the story. What if the electrical signals are also faulty? What most men never learn is that a healthy erection requires a perfect, uninterrupted signal from your brain, down your spine, and to the nerves in your penis. And there is a common, everyday habit that is causing a nerve short circuit, blocking that signal dead in its tracks. In my next video, I will expose this nerve short circuit and give you the simple 2-minute fix that can restore that powerful connection. If you are serious about taking back full control of your health, subscribe now and click the notification bell. You have the plan for the plumbing. Do not miss the plan for the wiring. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.